Hey guys, hello, good morning. Trust always good with you. Whatever you are experiencing right now, trust always good. Would you like to sit again with me for a while to reflect together on a cup of coffee or tea or whatever you would prefer to drink? I was having an intention to share things about um, what changed in my day-to-day experience after the initial shift, what I noticed, what kind of changes I noticed. But that was the intention, let's say the other day, and there was no space for that. There was no window somehow. There was no window for that. And like always, the experience changed. And now there is something else I would like to share because that's the topic today in this very moment. Not the topic, but the experience. And my sharing starts with choices or desires we have to do certain things. And the connection between these desires and choices and the voice should and shouldn't. Let's start from there. So from the beginning, there is nothing wrong with any of our desires, with any of our impulses. Through the whole day, we are driven by certain things, certain impulses, desires, some subtle, some not so. And none of these is wrong. None of these. The desire to stay alone is not wrong. The desire to go for a walk is not wrong. The desire to socialize is not wrong. The desire to do some kind of physical exercise is not wrong. The desire to be lazy is not wrong. So no wrongness in that. That's the first thing. But where the problem comes from, for example, we can't do few things all at once at the same time. And where the problem comes from, where shoulds and shouldn't comes from. Explore in your own direct experience. Let's say you had a desire to exercise today, whatever. You had the desire to run or to swim or to go to the gym. But at the same time, there was another desire, which is to call a friend and to hang out. And these two are absolutely innocent. And there is a movement towards one of those. And here, if no story is involved or not should and shouldn't is involved, This is it. It is what's happening. It is what's happening. Either going in the gym, running, swimming, or calling a friend and hanging out with a friend, doing nothing or chatting or whatever. But again, problem comes when the narrative kicks in with certain suggestions or thoughts like, oh, look at you. You shouldn't do that. You have to exercise more. You are a lazy one. Or for example, somehow the impulse was stronger to call a friend, to go to the gym instead of call a friend. What's happening then? Yeah. Again, this should voice or shouldn't voice comes and says something like, you have no time for your friends. They will abandon you or whatever. Do you notice where I'm pointing to? Check in your own direct experience if there are impulses for few things, and when the impulse for some of those things is being made not by you, what's happening then? Still wondering going on? Doubting whether that was the right or wrong choice? What's going on then? Explore. And when we start with the small, apparently choices in our day-to-day experience, we can curiously pay attention and turn towards the big choices, so-called big choices in our own particular experience of life. And surprisingly, we may see that there was no wrong choice being made. There never was a wrong choice. No matter what this claims here, no matter what what story is playing here, doesn't matter. No choice has ever been made. What to study, what to work, where to live, whom to marry or not. All these impulses arise from the nothingness. We are. It's not a personal thing. It's not a personal choice. But what happened then? Thoughts are claiming that for a personal choice. Thoughts are blaming. Oh, this story like, I shouldn't, how could I, or how could you? You see, this game is not needed. And we can play that game until we see through it. We see how it plays. So what's happening in your own experience? Have you noticed this sneaky voice? I shouldn't, I better should that. How do you navigate through that? Do you have space for stop and reflect on what you really want? Or it is not a question at all, as if this question doesn't arise at all, what I really want. Again, an invitation to notice the play of thoughts. One choice is wrong, another is good. This is nonsense. There never was a wrong choice. A judging of choice may appear, but this doesn't matter that the choice was wrong. For example, today, in this lovely afternoon, there was an impulse to be alone, to stay here alone. So when Lubo and others decided to go for a walk, they were just tuning in here and not asking myself, but just tuning in. What I really want, what this really wants now, how this wants to move. Yeah, and there is no need for an answer even, because it's obvious. The impulse is to stay here, to be alone a little bit, to reflect with you, to just sit on the terrace and stare into this gorgeous sea. And thoughts like, oh, wouldn't it be wonderful if I go and walk and, I don't know, and be with them? Thoughts like that may arise, but they are not believed. Yeah, and mostly like they don't arise now at all. Like there is no wondering, there is no doubting or going back and forth. Maybe I should go out. Oh no, it's better to be here. Oh no, better go out. It's a vicious cycle. I guess that's for now. Sending you much love and see you soon.